hope it's important because I have some practice. I was doing this in Barranquilla in Colombia and in Concepcion in Chile. At both places I had a contract for 4 years with the German exchange program. And I had PhD students from Barranquilla in Germany then visiting me, and they got their degree under my guidance. I was the PhD advisor. Also, going back to I still go back to Concepcion in Chile and Santiago in Chile and continue doing research with these people. So I think with my experience in Latin America, I have seen that there is a need to develop further applied mathematics. Nowadays, also in Europe, in Germany, and all over the world, it is understood that mathematics is important in all areas of life. So you think about, maybe you get some surgery in medicine, right? Medical surgery, you want to do some instant verification, numerical simulations of the process. Or you should think about traffic regularization, which would be probably needed here in Trujillo. So it's also a question of mathematics, optimization of the traffic. Or you should think about modeling earthquakes or climate change. They are all topics of applied mathematics, especially of numerical analysis. So I think, and also my colleagues here told me, it is important for them to have a more developed course in numerical analysis. But the course I am giving here is actually some leads people up to nowadays research in numerical analysis. So it's on boundary integral equations, which is a very important thing to use. Besides finite elements, you might have heard of that.
Persons in the conference, or do you know the potential of the students in the university?
I am trying to find out. This is why I was talking to some of my colleagues here yesterday to see what is the scientific level. I mean, also to find out about the curriculum and to find out, okay, what do they get as a bachelor's degree, master's degree, and also I have learned that I have a PhD program here, but of course, probably needs some more impact.
Can you talk about the contribution of the mathematics in the development of the country?
Of course, it's highly important. As I tried to say before, nowadays it's well understood that mathematics is in all areas of the society, the development. So you need to have mathematicians actually to drive the development, not only in the banking area, not only at school, but in any areas. It could be like supporting civil engineers by building houses, bridges, modeling earthquakes, everything. What also engineers are doing is based on some approximation methods, like finite element methods, and the mathematician has to guarantee how good the approximation is. Has to say something about the quality of the numerical result, whether it has anything to do with reality. So for example, today in my course, I was talking about adaptive streams and error controlled. So everything is based on solid mathematics, and then you can say something about the quality or the truth of the computations. So it's not just some modeling, but it should be on safe grounds. And this is very important for any societies. So if Peru wants to develop, become getting forward, it is necessary to have good mathematicians. This is a primal thing. It's very, very important to have good mathematicians.
Last question. The collaboration with the researchers here and the university will be continued?
I hope. We have to find out means how to do that. So we will have some further conversations today, meeting, and trying to describe the steps how to go on in future.
Do you plan to establish a convening between the
Yes.
universities?
I plan to establish a collaboration which should go on for years. But you know, this was a reason for me to come here, to learn, to know the department, to see what the colleagues are doing, to find out about the curriculum, about the quality of the students, and whether they're, you know, how we can proceed to improve everything.
Do you plan to offer some conference to only for students to show the potentials of the mathematics around the world?
I will give tomorrow a different lecture. So far I was doing everything on the blackboard in a block course to learn, you know, for them to teach them how to approach into this area of numerical analysis, which was, so to say, going so far that I have an error-controlled numerical method based on that I could do some adaptive computations. Tomorrow I will give a presentation on some object which I had in Germany with the Ministry of, how do you say, Commerce? Oh, maybe it's the wrong word. So it was, you see, it was out of this contract, a PhD student was paid for 3 years, and the topic was called silent traffic. Silent traffic, because you have the traffic noise. So the question was, what can we do to reduce the noise? So therefore, in this project, there had been engineers involved for constructing the surface of the road to make when the car goes over not so loud anymore, and also of course the idea was to develop tires which don't make such a noise, for example. So therefore I was involved in connection with tire company Continental in Hannover in Germany, and the idea was to simulate before production, to simulate how the tire has to look. And this is an important problem because you see, then you think in terms of you have your tire and then the sound radiates from the tire. So this is what you hear. And then it's a problem outside. And you model maybe the surface, the street, and the tire on the street. And then you can pose this problem outside of the tire in this region. You can model by something on the tire itself, so which we call integral equation on the tire. You can solve this, and the interesting thing is you want to solve it not only time harmonic but full depending on time, so that you can get when you accelerate and then when you brake. And that you even can model this Doppler effect. You have, you know, when a car comes, this Doppler effect, and you could get this out of the computations. So the idea was then having such good computations that at the end of the day I can say how to make the tire. Okay, so that was one typical example of application.
Okay, we are very thank you with you and with your contribution here. We are always open to, and you can welcome here every time if you want to come back here.
Well, my pleasure. Muchas gracias.